Hello and welcome to a new series in which I am going to be playing Crusader Kings 2 with the new Charlemagne DLC. Just vanilla CK2, no mods for the moment, for once. This is the new 2201 beta patch, which just came out. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the new starting screen thingy, but I'm just going to bypass this and go straight into the usual thing. So I'm going to be using the new start date, 769, and you already know what I'm doing because you've seen the title and thumbnail of the video, but I'm going to be playing a tribal character in Ireland, which I have tried a little bit off camera, as it were. It is sort of a test game, and things can be a little bit quiet in the early game, but I still kind of wanted to do this. I wanted to do a tribal character. I sort of considered doing Charlemagne, but I don't really like starting with a big empire already, and I'm not particularly into all the scripted type stuff and the big events and so forth. So we'll just keep an eye on what Charlemagne is doing over there, and of course his brother Charlemagne. But I don't really have that much interest in playing them. I'm sure there's plenty of other people playing them on YouTube if that's the kind of thing you want to see. But I think I'm going to start here as the tribal Earl of Dublin over here in 796. So let's get started. Okay, so the reasons it's kind of quiet here at the start in Ireland is we are tribal, so we can theoretically raid, but the problem is we can only raid people of different religions. We are Catholic. All our neighbors that we can get to on foot are Catholic, which is fine. I guess we could just get in boats and go raid, right? Well, go raid the Norse maybe. But the problem is it's so early that we don't actually have the technology to build boats. So for the first little bit of the game here, at least until we get boats, we won't actually be able to do any raiding. But, it's not so bad. We'll get through it somehow. So let's get started and pick an ambition. Ordinarily, the best ambition here would be to get married, because we'd be getting married immediately, but I am actually not going to get married for reasons which I will explain shortly. I'm just going to pick the ambition to, I don't know, improve my stewardship. Why not? The reason for that is we're of the Unail Nígílach dynasty here, and actually this is a pretty widespread dynasty in Ireland at this time. The ruler of Kildare here is of the same dynasty, and I think up here in Tyrone, the guy, is also of this dynasty, and also here, I think that's all. So it's kind of counterintuitive, but what we're going to do is try to not have children, and that way, if we die and our heir dies, I believe one of these guys will become our heir, and we/they will inherit our land, and we'll be able to expand our realm that way. We can also, of course, try to kill some of these guys. We are actually his direct heir in Kildare there. So if he was to die, we would inherit his land. So that's just a way for us to expand by a few counties early on here. So because of that, I'm not going to get married. I'll dismiss these for now. Same reason I won't get my heir married. Let's get our council doing things though, and some of the changes in the new DLC are here in the councillor's jobs. Chancellor, still the same. We'll get him fabricating claims. We don't need to fabricate on Kildare because we can possibly inherit that. Let's go in Breffni instead. And the Marshal, so he can suppress revolts, train troops as usual, and organize raid is a new one. So he's going to try and raise up some troops or gather men to go raiding, but as I was explaining, we cannot actually go raiding for the moment, so I'm not going to have him do that. I'll just have him train troops. The steward can settle tribe, which increases the chance that the culture of our province will change to Irish, but it's already Irish, so Doing that does nothing currently. We don't need to oversee construction. But we can have him build a legend, which raises our prestige, and also has the possible outcome of raising some warriors for us, which, again, we don't necessarily want, but we could probably use them to declare war on our neighbors, so maybe that's fine. But increasing our prestige is important for reasons which I will go into in a second. It's related to the new tribal holdings. Spymaster has the usual stuff. We'll send him all the way off to pretty much the only place on the map that he can go, it seems. We're here in Constantinople. And the chaplain can proselytize, improve religious relations, or build zeal. Which gives us a little extra piety. Not very much, because he's very bad at his job. Maybe we'll have him do that. Though I think the troops that he has the chance of raising with this job really want to go on a holy war, and we're not going to be able to actually declare a holy war. So maybe I'll just have him go and talk to the Pope. That might be safer. Alright. And yes, the new tribal holdings. The reason we want to get prestige is because a lot of these improvements here are built with prestige instead of with gold. So we want to get some of those built pretty quickly, so that's why we're building our prestige. And in fact, that would be a reason to get married, is to get more prestige. In fact, maybe I will get married, but try and marry somebody who won't actually give me any children. That might be a good way to get some prestige without also getting unwanted children. Some of these are still built with gold, the market village and the hill fort, and the shipbuilder, which we cannot build yet because we do not have level 1 shipbuilding. The good news, though, is that we are pretty close to having level 1 shipbuilding, and we do have a chance of getting there. So hopefully that should happen pretty soon. We'll actually be able to go raiding. For now, though, we'll just unpause and let things start happening, I think. There are some new decisions in our decision menu. Once we upgrade our holdings completely, we can adopt feudalism or found a merchant republic, which is how we sort of graduate from the tribal society into the slightly more modern society that is, you know, prevalent later in the game. And we also have these new go into hiding decisions, where if we're the target of a plot or our heir is the target of a plot, we can go and hide in the country to reduce our chances of being killed. That's pretty good. We can also raise a tribal army if we have at least 500 prestige and we're at war, which gives us a whole bunch of men, which is nice. So we increased our knowledge of heavy infantry. Why couldn't it be shipbuilding? That would be nice. We can certainly go to at least speed 4 here. And I suppose we can get started on trying to murder this guy. How likely is this to happen? Not very likely. There's a chance he'll just die, though. In the meantime, I'll see if I can find myself an infertile or otherwise old or someone who won't give me any children to marry. There's a carling here. Kind of unfortunate thing here is that I myself am lustful, so that will be a fertility bonus. So this 40-year-old carling, I think she would make the best match. It will give us a good amount of prestige. She's very unlikely to give us children. I think after 40, it's almost impossible, except by some kind of special event. Let's hope. And we can gain 50 prestige, so let's do that. And we also gained another bunch of prestige. So we can start building one of these holdings immediately. So I think the best thing would be to get the war camp. 40 light infantry is pretty significant. And arranged marriage from the King of Pictland. He wants to marry somebody to my courtier. Sure, why not? Sounds fine. So, we are actually gaining, or have the chance of gaining technology, so that is good. Also, if our spy master happens to get the right get the right type of technology points from the Byzantines, we can get it that way. We are not actually gaining technology points at a base rate because that doesn't happen until you are at Duke level. So that's another sort of priority early on here, is to become a Duke. This also will stop us losing any land under Gavelkind. Also, now that I think about it, we should change our laws. We can move up to low tribal organization. This will cause an opinion penalty with unreformed pagan tribal vassals, which we don't have any of, so no reason not to do that. We also need to get this up to max if we want to reform into a feudal or republic society, which we eventually do. Again, it's just going to be unreformed pagan tribal vassal opinion, which we are pretty much never going to have any vassals of that type, so there's basically no penalty to it. Everyone in Ireland is Catholic at this date, so sure, we can gain the trait kind. St. Patrick, of course, did his conversions in like the 4th or 5th century or something, so Ireland is pretty well Christianized at this point. So now we are basically just waiting for maybe a claim to be fabricated. Doesn't have a great chance of getting a claim. Maybe we should see if we can find somebody who will accept an invitation to our court, who would be better as a chancellor. It's pretty valuable to have a good chancellor when the only way you can reliably expand is by claims. Not in prison, be married, not a ruler. We want them to be at least my religion group. We can search all as well. Don't really care about the culture. Characters of a different religion group are pretty unlikely to accept an invitation to court, so. And let's see, people with high diplomacy. Another nice addition is that in this view and in the marriage view, I'm trying to find an example here, there's a little symbol that comes up to show when a character has claims, and those characters are also much more likely to accept invitations to court, like this guy. There's a little crown symbol. He's only got 12. He's kind of too far down for my liking. Most of these other people are probably not too likely to accept an invitation. It's really claimants that mostly will do it. And there, unfortunately, don't seem to be that many. Well, he's pretty close. I don't really want to send people random gifts, though. There don't really seem to be that many high diplomacy claimants floating around the world. How good is our current chancellor? 12. We could get a 15, maybe? No, he won't come anyway. Oh well, we'll just stick with our current chancellor for now, even though he's not very good at his job. He still has an 8% chance yearly. And we might want to play on speed 5 a bit in the early game here when not much is going on. I might wait until the second video before I start trying to do that though, since I'm not 100% sure it'll work okay while I'm recording. So just to be safe, I'll wait until around the start of the second video, so if it screws things up, it's not a big deal. So we just have the one bishop vassal here in the bishopric of Vonnistervor. Our war camp has been built. We don't have enough prestige to build anything else yet, but we are increasing at 1.5 per month, which is reasonably okay. Build Legend is giving us a good amount of prestige there. I suppose I should maybe try and get my son married off to somebody who won't give him any children, though it seems to be only young, fertile women who are interested in him. Great mustache, by the way. Fine job there. So I haven't actually decided yet whether I want to go to feudalism or merchant republic. They require different holdings to be upgraded. The merchant republic requires it to have a large market city in Ballia Clia, and this one requires a stone hill fort. Why it's called Ballia Clia, while here it's called Tribe of Dublin, I don't know. But there you go. Well, I know why the two names are there. Like, Dublin is where the modern name Dublin came from, and Ballia Clia is the Irish name of the city, but I just don't understand why they don't have the same name. So we'll probably focus on upgrading one of these, though we can upgrade both maybe, depending on how much money we get. Once we're able to raid people, we'll probably get a reasonable amount of money. How is Kildara over here doing? So he got himself married. We obviously don't really want him to have an heir. She's not pregnant yet. We might just have a look at the plot screen here. I was a bit distracted when I handed my buzzard to a courtier. I was watching another of my birds who were about to catch another rabbit and did not realize that the eager courtier had no clue of what to do with the buzzard. Okay. He lost my buzzard. What a jerk. This is the last time I trust someone with my birds. Garbeth was supposed to give my buzzard to the falconer, but slipped and lost his grip of the bird and it escaped. I will never see her again. My beloved buzzard. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to do this plot after that buzzardy interlude. Maybe we will, actually. 42.25. Doesn't... Actually, it does get us over 100. No, it doesn't. Not quite. So I would have to spend absolutely all my golds to even get close to 100, and that wouldn't even still be enough. We can start murdering some of these people up north, maybe. How are they for heirs? He's got one heir. I don't know who the next in line is. Am I Dunica? No. Oh, it looks like we had a death here already. Died in an accident. Excellent. So his heir is... I don't know who that is. Oh, he's the heir of Tyrconnell over here. Alright. Oh, no, wait. This is Tyrconnell. This is Tyrone, of course. It's his brother. So maybe we can have some more success murdering some children. Nope, nobody even bribable, it looks like. Oh well. We'll just have to wait for ourselves to die. We're 62 here, so it shouldn't be that long. We can hope. We can engage in some risky behaviors, actually. That's a good idea. Let's go on a hunt. Oh, we don't have enough money to go on a hunt. We do have enough money. Oh, right. I'm so used to playing HIP, where you can just click the hunt button at any time, and it sort of queues it up until the right time of the year. I kind of forgot there was a time requirement. So, yes, now that it's September, we can go on a grand hunt, which is expensive, so I'm not sure if I actually do want to do that. It gives us prestige as well, though, so... Sure. Once we can raid, we'll have all the prestige we want. Okay, we have a new bishop. We'll have him... Not bishop, excuse me, steward, who is also a bishop. We'll have him build legend, as usual. Oh, and I guess I didn't even get to start my hunt. So that was kind of a waste of 25 gold. I died a natural death. Probably just the thought of going on a hunt was so exciting that my heart gave out. Another kind of unfortunate thing is that my heir was my best Chancellor, so now I have an even worse Chancellor. We'll still set him to fabricating claims over here in Breffni, though. And can we get married to somebody infertile? Seems perhaps not. There aren't even any chaste characters. Let's see. Not married, not in prison, not a ruler. Any culture. We do want somebody from a great house because we're mostly doing this for prestige. Let's see if we can get a Princess of Asturias who is 43. Arrange a marriage between her and... No, I can't do it. For reasons unknown. Oh. Oh, I can marry my father's widow, of course. Why didn't this occur to me? Oh, I guess I can't marry my father's widow. I wonder if I need to unpause for a second for this to become possible. No, apparently not. We just can't marry her for some reason. Probably because it's weird. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Anyway, that is going to do it for this first episode. Thank you very much for watching, and join me again next time.